excuse my surroundings. I'm in the process of moving. So, but I did want to touch on one thing right quick. Um, about lock extensions. Lock extensions are mainly for those who have perm in their hair. And um, they don't necessarily want to do the big chop. And, it's just an easier way to start your lock journey. I don't recommend lock extensions for those who have a full head of natural hair. That makes no sense, because once you go to cut the lock extensions off, after you've gotten a considerable amount of length that you like, and you go to cut them off, you're going to be cutting off your own hair. So if it's natural, it doesn't make sense. You're going to basically be starting over once you cut the lock extensions off. So I only recommend lock extensions for those who have perm in their hair, a considerable amount of perm and very little amount of new growth, maybe like that. Now, and that's if you're really, really afraid of the big chop. Now, I myself started my locks 7 years ago. And when I started, I had a perm. And my perm came maybe about right here. And I didn't have much new growth, because I may have given myself a touch-up maybe the month before or whatever that when I started my locks. So what I did was I just braided my hair in individual braids. And once my hair got it really didn't get that long, because I only had this much when I cut off the perm. So I couldn't wait. I just had to get the perm out of my hair. So that was 7 years ago, and here I am now. This is all mine. Now, with lock extensions, you go to instant length. And it sort of contradicts the meaning of what the journey means, because you have your different stages. You have your baby stage, you have your teen stage, you have your adult stage, and then you have your elder stage. Now, in between the baby and the teen stage, you may have, a rough period or a rough look to your locks. And that's natural. That's a part of the journey. So, if you do the lock extensions, you're going to really be missing out on what the journey is all about, because me myself, getting to this point, I had to endure a lot of criticism or whatever, even to this day. And sad to say, a lot of it is from my own people, but that's another show. Because we have so much growing to do, and there's a lot of deprogramming that needs to be done, because a lot of us just don't love ourselves. And like I said, that's another show. But yeah, lock extensions are only for those who have the perm in their hair, a considerable amount of perm in their hair, and they don't want to do the big chop, and maybe for work-related reasons, scared to go through that rough stage that comes with the journey. But that's a part of the journey. And I don't know. I mean, I'd recommend you start with your own hair. But there are those who like that length. And if that's what you like, then lock extensions are for you. And that's all I wanted to touch on. Getting back to what I said at first, I'm in the process of moving. So the next time you see me in my new spot. But just want to give you some pointers on lock extensions if you're thinking about it. And also to touch on something else as far as if you wanted to lock with your own natural hair. I myself, I'm based in Chicago, and I don't use any gel wax tools or heat, all natural. But that's only if you're in Chicago. But if not, I recommend that you start off, especially if you have a considerable amount of natural hair. I mean, 4+, you've been growing your hair natural for years, then you most definitely should lock your hair with your hair, no lock extensions. But if you have a perm, a considerable amount, and then maybe lock extensions, and you want to go straight to locks. You don't want to transition into an afro, and you want to go straight to locks. Then lock extensions may be for you. And I'm going to post a couple of pics of a client of mine who had a permanent hair, and what she did, how she started her locks. She had permanent her hair, very considerable, a low, limited amount of new growth, very little, and she started off with lock extensions, and then about a year or so later, she cut them off after she had the length that she wanted of her own hair, and she started her locks that way. So I'll post those pics after this video. So that's it, and continue to be blessed. Peace.